The Omaha World Herald, January 5th, 2018. FBI, man with white supremacist ties stopped train in rural Nebraska with intent to harm passengers. One thing I notice over the years, even from childhood all the way up until now, whenever these stories come out, there is a pattern I want you to all notice. These white supremacists always complain about every other group, especially black people. We are always their number one complaint. But I want you to always notice something, and I noticed this even when I was a child. They always go out looking for trouble. Nobody is bothering these people. Nobody's checking for them. Nobody's trying to be around them. They go out looking for the trouble with black people, looking for the trouble out in public. That's what they do. They look for trouble. Nobody's bringing no trouble to these people at all. A Missouri man with connections to white supremacists has been charged with terrorism after authorities said he brought a cross country Amtrak train to a halt last fall in rural Nebraska. Taylor M. Wilson of suburban St. Louis intended to hurt passengers, authorities say. The 26-year-old, woo, that man looks 8 up for 26. He does not look 26. He looks way older and he looks horrible for his age. Has been charged in federal court in Lincoln with terrorism attacks and other violent against mass transportation systems, according to federal court records unsealed Wednesday. The incident occurred overnight as the train traveled through Nebraska during the third weekend of October, according to law enforcement officials. A St. Charles, Missouri resident, Wilson, was a ticketed passenger on the California Zephyr en route from California to Chicago via Omaha. Authorities believe he was headed home to Missouri. Early on October 21st, Wilson entered a restricted area of the train as it neared Oxford, Nebraska, and triggered the emergency brake in what authorities said was an attempt to derail the train. Oxford is about 40 miles southwest of Kearney. Passenger Bobby Garris provided this account of the incident to NTV News of Axtell, Nebraska. We lunged forward in our seats and all the power went out. It went completely black, Garris said. We could smell something burning. I'm going to guess that was the brakes. Passengers sat in darkness for more than an hour, she said. In an affidavit, FBI Special Agent Monty Zabluski provided this account of what unfolded. When the train came to a stop, Amtrak staff searched it and found Wilson sitting in the engineer's seat of the follow the engine playing with controls. So he tried to literally take over this train. He was behaving erratically, goaded staff with profanities and wrestled with them, sometimes reaching for his waistband. I'm the conductor, I guess cussing, and he said. Amtrak workers held Wilson on the ground outside the train until deputy from Furness County arrived. The deputy handcuffed Wilson while patting him down, found a fully loaded .38 caliber handgun in Wilson's front waistband along with a fully loaded speed loader in his front left pocket. A speed loader enables rapid reloading of bullets. Passengers on the train also pointed investigators to a backpack belonging to Wilson. The backpack contained three more loaded speed loaders, a box of .38 ammunition, a hammer, a fixed blade knife, tin nips, scissors, a tape measure, and a face mask similar to those used in construction. During booking at Farnes County Jail, Wilson was found in possession of a business card of the National Socialist Movement in Detroit, considered one of the largest neo-Nazi groups in the U.S. A search of Wilson's phone found a depiction of a white supremacist banner over a highway and PDF files, The Anarchist Cookbook, and The Poor Man's James Bond, and other works about violence. But yet they talk about black people being violent, though, right? Boy, I tell you what, pot calling the kettle black. Zabluski of the FBI drew significance from the material. The described documents are often used by individuals and groups attempting or planning to commit criminal acts or acts of terrorism or violence. Monty wrote in the affidavit in support of arresting Wilson. I'm sorry, white people, y'all have no room to talk about violence to anybody. Your entire existence in America is drowning in violence. Okay? You have out violenced the black community a long time ago. Don't worry about that. In an affidavit, Kapluski recounted statements from an acquaintance of Wilson who said Wilson had traveled with neo-Nazis to protest in Charlottesville, Virginia, which authorities believe the Unite the Right rally, in which a woman was killed in August. And that was Heather Heyer. The acquaintance also said Wilson has expressed an interest in killing black people, especially during the protest in St. Louis. The affidavit notes that Wilson is the chief suspect in a road rage incident on Interstate 70, which a white man pointed a gun at a black female in another vehicle. So again, they go looking for a problem with black people. We ain't starting no problems with these folks. I want you to always notice that. The ones that complain the most about black people, we ain't done a damn thing to them. We ain't done nothing to them. And that seems to be the pattern with the vast majority of them. When I was growing up, it used to be this, and I need to look this up. It was this white couple in the Ku Klux Klan. And they went all around telling this story about getting beat by a black man. Okay? When they got arrested, they admitted the story was a lie, but they made up this story and they were going around to all these different rallies telling this story. And the story ended up being fake, a big old lie. That's what these people do. They don't have any problems with black people. All of the problems they seem to have, they make up. So no black person was bothering this man. He went out looking for trouble with black people. That's all this story is telling me. If you see more in here, you let me know in the comment section. He went looking for trouble, just like most of them do. That is the standing pattern I have seen throughout my life when it comes down to white supremacists. They go looking for trouble. Nobody is starting with them at all. Okay, so and you notice how after he got arrested, you see how easy it was for people that look like him ratting him out, telling the authorities, yeah, he wanted to kill black people. This is somebody that was associated with him. You see how easy they spilled the beans on his ass? But he hates black people. Woo, you can't make it up. St. Louis-based FBI agents searched Wilson's home on December 21st and found a hidden compartment behind the refrigerator. In that compartment, they found a tactical vest, 11 R-15 ammunition magazines with about 190 rounds, one drum-style ammunition magazine, 100 rounds of 9 millimeter ammo, white supremacy documents and paperwork, and other items. Wilson's father subsequently provided agents with 15 firearms, including handguns and rifles, and tactical body armor. One of the 15 firearms was fully automatic rifle and a convertible short rifle, both possible violations of federal firearm laws. Wilson has also been charged with the use of deadly weapon to commit a felony and criminal mischief in Furness County. Shortly after his arrest, his attorney requested a competency hearing, saying that Wilson cannot appreciate the charges against him due to the fact that his mental health issues are currently untreated. Always trying to throw some damn mental health up in everybody's goddamn face. And, and it's never a mental health issue until they get in trouble with the law. Wilson was deemed competent. Good. I'm glad they didn't fall for that bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on that notification bell twice. Also, please join me over on Black Junction TV and blackspot.com. And this story is unbelievable, but it's typical, actually. It's typical. Peace, family.